What is going on, y'all? I told you guys that I was gonna make an updated video letting you know how the bait tanks are doing, man. So the first time, these tanks have been running a little while. I haven't had any bait. They were crystal clean. We're using well water, so we got a water hose here. Guys, we're using well water, so you don't have to worry about any chlorine or taking that out of the water. It's pure spring water. It's good. But even then, you can see that the tanks are blue. We added some better bait in there, and just kind of let it recirculate for a while. So coming over here, with our tanks, we let them recirculate a little while, and I put all the brim in this tank. So there was like maybe about 30 brim or bluegill, right? So we put them in here, and as expected, they almost all died. So like the first day, the first few hours, we had a couple die, and I was like, okay, that's fine. The second day, 2 more died. The third day, like 5 died. The next day, like another 5 or 6 died. And I was like, okay. Well, this is kind of to be expected. Anytime that you've got like a bait tank, man, brand new, the tank is not established, right? So and I'm not going to get heavy into it because I really don't even really know, honestly. But all I do know is when you have a bait tank or a holding tank, it's got to get established. So like there's good bacteria and bad bacteria. Like bad bacteria would be like ammonia and stuff, right? And you want to keep that out with your filtration system. But there's a good bacteria that grows and is really beneficial to the fish. So what happened is a lot of the fish died. And what I did, as this water comes over here and goes into our pump, all of the material in here collects that good bacteria and pulls out the bad bacteria too. So this is my 3rd time actually cleaning the filtration system. So kind of give you guys a rundown. After the first batch, right, so we had 30 in the big tank, we had 30 in there, and after the first batch, like I said, man, they all pretty much died. They pretty much all died. There was a few left. I said, you know what, I'm not going to torture them anymore, so I went and threw them right over there in the pond. Emptied the tanks out. The tanks, from all the dead fish in there, the ammonia was super high. Even though I got this stuff up here, this no ammonia, it was still high. The water was foggy, it was cloudy, and that is not good. That is not good. So what I ended up doing, I said, okay, well, maybe my pump or my filtration system has established enough now. So what we did is cleaned them out. I emptied all the water here. Let me show you, just in case you ever get these tanks here. If you come over here, there's a big valve right there. So all you got to do is just pretty much just open that, and all the water just floods out. You can tell I've been digging me a ditch right there. I put the brick there so it wouldn't do it as bad, but anyway, yeah, it's still bad. So emptied all the water out, man. All the water was out. I did not scrub the tanks. You do not want to scrub the tanks again. You do it the initial time, get them clean, and then that's it. So emptied the water out pretty much out of both of these. I filled them all the way back up, loaded them down with better bait, and let it recirculate again for like 3 or 4 days. But keep in mind, I cleaned the filters and hoping that they had the good bacteria that they need on them, which I think so. So to give you guys a rundown now, to kind of give you an idea now, let's see, it was Thursday, yeah, because we had a guide trip Friday. So this past Thursday, we put about 25 brim in here. And I said, well, we're going to see what happens. 25 brim and 12 eel. And originally I was going to keep them separated, but only with that many. I said, we'll just throw them all in the same tank and see what happens. So we had 25 in there, and we had 12 eel. Put them in there Thursday, went to sleep, woke up Friday. They were all good. Had the guide trip Friday night, used maybe half the brim and several eels, and took the extra eel and put back in the tank. Yesterday they were still good. And then today, so 2 days later after the trip, they're all good. Matter of fact, the tank is doing so good. Let me show you this. So I just went and cleaned this again. As you can tell, it's kind of wet. But let me show you this. Here's all the brim. Here's all the brim. Where's that one at? Right straight down. Guys, this one, this monster brim, he was about halfway dead. Like, so he didn't really do, you know, so he was really tough. As you can tell, I put a hook in him 3 times. And you can tell he's all sore and bruised up on that side. So he was bait. And listen, when I put him in, I was like, well, he's probably gonna die, but I'm gonna give him a chance. And I throwed him in there, and guys, he was on his side, like was not doing good. Checked him today, like a brand new fish, man. He's good, he's healthy, he's lively. So that tells me I haven't lost a fish. All of these fish are calm. That is super good. So if you can tell, those fish are calm, man. I opened the lid, they didn't spurt everywhere. They were really calm. So guys, I'm really thinking that my tank is what you call established now. So look at them. They're doing good. Doing really, really, really good. So to kind of give you and the water is crystal clear. Crystal clear. That is perfect. That is really, really, really what you want. You don't want that. You don't want any like really foggy water, man. Cloudy. That is no good. That's gonna kill your fish. It's gonna stress out. They're gonna start dying. But I tell you guys what, if I was to keep a lot of bait, like a whole lot of bait, I would end up investing, let me show you, in a second one of these, or a separate filtration system for the big tank. But I think that one's gonna be okay. I think that one's okay, especially guiding part-time right now. So I'm gonna give you a rundown again. Maybe you didn't watch the first video, but normally this is suction cup to the wall. I took the suction cups out. Water pumps in through this hose into the tank, goes through all the filtration material, fills up, pumps up through this hose, goes all the way down, and goes into a spray bar. And as this water fills up, it goes into there and pours back down right into here. So essentially, you know, we got an air stone there, and I've got these turned down. Honestly, that one might be a little loud. That one up there is really putting out. That one's really putting out at a good speed. So essentially what I'm doing right now, and I may keep it this way because, guys, I'm gonna tell you, keeping bait in the summer months, man, I'm telling you, unless you've got a way to really keep the waters, you know, 65 to 75 degrees cool, filtrated, really, really, really super clean, it's gonna be hard to keep your bait alive. It's gonna be really, really hard to keep your brim alive, especially if you're putting a bunch in there. So what I might do is, because I'm always changing my mind. So what I might do with the smaller tank, now I say smaller tank, these are the same size, this one just holds less water than that one. I may start making this one my primary bait tank, right? This one's got 2 air stones. That one over there has the spray bar, right? That's hitting the top of the water, agitating the water, keeping that broke up. And this one's got 4 wide open stones in each corner, really adding some air. And as that's coming to the top and the spray bar and it's pouring into here, you know, that I may just use that as really like an oxygen source, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you what I'm saying. So this one's, you know, filtrating, so instantly if there's a lot of nasty water in this one, so say if I just dump fresh brim in, instantly that water's getting filtrated, and that's like just an oxygen supply, man. And that water's just coming in and keeping this really energized, energetic, you know, so for the fish. But they are really doing good. They're super calm. Like when you've got your bluegill just chilling, man, they're not afraid. They're hanging out. The eels are calm. I'm gonna tell you what, that is a really, really, really good sign. If you're, and they're staying on the bottom, if your brim is coming to the top, if they're coming to the top, looks like they're kind of gasping for air, that means they're stressed out, man, and they are not doing good. They're really not doing good. But guys, appreciate y'all so much. Gonna walk over here to the pond. Still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do to the pond yet, because I want this to work good too. Let's see. Excuse me. So here's a couple things with the pond. First thing you'll notice, got a lot of, there's some brim in here and tadpoles and stuff. First thing you're gonna notice is it's green. Okay, the algae, that means the pond is trying to turn over a little bit. That's not good. That is not good at all. Little turtle over there. Had this pond for over 2 years now. So it is what you want to call established, right? Vegetation stuff starting to grow around just a little bit. Nothing like I want to, but I need to add some lily pads in here, some kind of aquatic plants. And there is a pump that you can get that will kind of, you can stake it off here, put the pump in the middle, stake it off over there, and it'll throw up like a you know, like a fountain, like a pond fountain, and that will keep this water churned and circulated. If I ever get to where there is a ton of brim in here, pretty much overpopulated, then I would add a big air pump in here too, especially for those summer months. But as you can tell, the pond is at least 2 foot low. It's definitely 2 foot low. You can see where, you know, right here, the water normally can come all the way up to here. Matter of fact, earlier this year, there was a brim bed right here. See this little indention right here? Well, you can't really see it there, but this little indention right there, that was a brim bed. There was a green sunfish in here, and he was, you'd see him in here protecting his bed here. But this is it. Pretty good sized little pond here. It's about maybe 8 to 10 foot on that end, and then it gradually comes up to nothing. But anyway, I'm not gonna bore you anymore, man. Listen, if you're watching this, happy Memorial Day, man. Hope you guys are having a great day with your family. And listen, we're gonna keep making some content. If you guys are interested in booking any charters with me, you can go to www.forrealfishing.com. If you're just watching this, we actually are having some sales right now on some products, 15% off. I think it's just our hats, pliers, sun shirts. Oh, and our dry bags, man. So that's gonna end Tuesday at midnight. But anyway, listen, there's a tab there. There's a tab there on the website to check out our 4 Real Catfish charters, man. We're booking up quick. Super thankful about that, man. That's super cool to take people fishing. Really having a good time with it. But there's a bunch of information about that. Also, if you're interested in a Sea Ark boat and you don't have any dealers near you, or you don't have any help with that, maybe you just hey baby, what you doing? So Suit got distracted. But listen, man, if you go to the 4 Real Fishing page, there'll be a Sea Ark Boats tab. Check it out. Put your information in. It'll send me an email, and I'll have a Sea Ark rep contact you. And they can talk to you about Sea Ark boats, man, and what we can do to get you in one, finance and approval, all the options. These boats have so many options, which makes Sea Ark, I'm telling y'all, the top tier aluminum boat company out there, man, especially for catfish boats. Good God almighty. Catfish, crappie, man, you name it, they got it. Listen, man, appreciate you guys so much. Have a happy Memorial Day, and God bless you, and we'll see you guys next time.